Are you looking for ways to start making money using AFK Life Skilling in Black Desert? Welcome back to the one channel still clinging on to life skilling. My name's Teddy, and if you're a newer player or just curious on ways to make extra money for not playing Black Desert, today I'll be showing you 5 different life skills of varying effort that can be done AFK for money while you're sleeping or working. Before I start, be sure to check out Videolytics for everything life skill related, from an interactive map to all the recipes complete with how much you can make for selling them. For a newer player, this website is key for any and all life skills in Black Desert without needing to check my channel for any guides. So without wasting any more time, leave a like if you find this helpful, and let's just jump into a short video on 5 AFK money making life skills for both newer and older players in Black Desert Online. You can't have a list without mentioning fishing. AFK fishing is the best life skill for anyone new or old to jump into at any point. Because fishing is mainly RNG, anyone with any fishing mastery has a chance to pull up those juicy prize grade fish, potentially earning a bill or more. With being able to fish in any body of water around the whole game, fish maps like Videolytics, and fishing contests running Monday to Saturday each week, there's always a chance to earn more massive amounts of money, fishing buffs, or titles for even more energy. As for making money with fishing, there are a few places that stand out like Velia Beach, Tigress or Hakovin Island, and Aqua's Eye is one of my personal favorites that can easily make money with multiple red grade fish. Other spots mainly depend on getting those lone prize grade fish, which is purely RNG after mastery is applied, so be sure to check the map to see where you want to fish before you end up at Iliab Oasis making no money for hours. If fishing in vent areas, you're able to catch the plump coelacanth that can be turned in for rewards like the enhancement help kit, magical shards, and most importantly, gold bars. Just remember to bring a fish tank now that it can keep your fish from fully expiring up to 12 days max. Moving on, we have training. Training is like fishing, being able to be done at any level, using any gear, and only requires about 2k silver to get the lumps of sugar made and the rope spot. Unfortunately, training is slower to make money than with fishing, relying on leveling the horses to 15 or higher just to Imperial deliver. Fortunately, we do have wagons that can be used to speed up how many horses that can be leveled, with the Forest Path wagon being the best in slot. With better RNG, however, the chances of getting a courser or the Imperial steed can increase how much money that can be made, but is still slowed down by the amount of experience being earned. Making money with training comes from Imperial delivering level 30 horses, listing horses on the horse market for other players to buy, or capturing and straight selling to the vendor. I recommend capturing horses, selling those under level 15, training the higher horses to level 30, breeding them for a higher tier horse, and an extra Imperial steed, then delivering the horses when done to make the money. As an added bonus, there's a small chance of finding a normal or special T6 up to T8 horse out in the wild, with males doubling the value or females coming with 4 breeding attempts to further increase how much money you can make with training. But just be warned, other players can kill the horses to spawn new ones or only tame the special horses, leaving the normal T6s behind. Trading. The once active but relegated to AFK only life skill I have mixed feelings about. On one hand, if your region material prices are low, selling is impossible, or those not wanting to wait around for the sales to be completed, trading is great. On the other hand, the value crates, the materials being sold on the central market will make you more if you're willing to wait around for the sales to be done. With that being said, with both crate trading and the Royal Workshop, these are a little bit harder to get into, needing workers, nodes, and a lot of materials gathered from other workers. But for those willing to take the time to invest, a contribution where pearls can pump out a ton of crates all over the world for billions a month. One last thing, the higher your trade level, the higher your bargain bonus for the crates, royal goods, and fish from fishing. But for crates, you'll have to check the prices on the market to see if you're losing money or if it's worth the wait to list on the central market. Keep things simple with making money with the trade crates or royal goods. I suggest making steel, Balanos, Serendia, or Caliphion crates to name a few. The lesser valued crates are more for leveling trading, but can still be used to make a little bit of money while making a ton of the value crates. For the royal goods, I'd stick with any good that can be made using any materials gathered from the workshops only, since they're all profit, where the other ones using outside materials depend on your trading level and the market values of those materials. Processing is a little bit lower on the list since it does require a ton of weight and Veneso or Karki costumes to increase how long you can process for. Not only does processing rely hugely on the weight, but how many materials you have and the market prices or supply and demand. Something to pay attention to when processing materials is which tier materials that can make more money. Chopping or heating tier 1 to tier 2 and selling those are a great way to start making huge amounts of silver easily, with higher processing able to proc an extra tier 3 material to earn even more money on. Remember to check Analytics to see which recipes are worth processing before you spend hours heating vanadium when you could have been choosing platinum or opal instead. A few good money makers are with soft and hard hides, any of the corals, melted metals like zinc, tin, or knock to name a few. And finally, a lot of the planks are some good ways to start making easy money if you have the materials to process enough. Sailing is one I thought I would not include on the list, but with the introduction of Creo, we're able to AFK fish while sailing around any body of water as long as you're on a carrack and have the Creo enabled. This one is a little bit more complex with needing a carrack, sailors, and keeping the sailors fed while you're sailing, but can be done with an auto path just about anywhere. This is the slowest and most RNG intensive AFK life skill we have, but since it's annoying trying to level sailing manually while you're bartering or sea monster hunting, every 180 seconds Creo has a chance to fish up a red grade fish at the cost of 1 durability on the fishing rod. If you're able to keep an eye on your sailors while you're AFKing, this can be done for hours unhindered, but it's not like AFK fishing or training. You'll only have a few hours before needing to feed your sailors or dock, resupply, and repair. Sailing AFK or semi-AFK can be a little bit dangerous, so be careful when deciding where to sail, but Morgoria will have an increased amount of sailing experience that you can earn, and depending on the Morgoria fish table, you have a chance of catching multiple red grade fish. If sailing around the islands, try to plot routes in the fish tables containing more prized fish to help increase how much money that can be made. Now, I would have included cooking and alchemy on the list, but honestly, with how much materials they both need, contribution investments, and the market values being trash for most of the dishes and elixirs, both cooking and alchemy was tossed out, but if you think they should be included, let me know down in the comments below. I know Black Desert has been feeling a bit stagnant, not getting any life skill updates, and with all the new MMOs coming out, the game is far from being dead, and hopefully we'll get the Alchemy Stone rework and the Olivia Life School just to add a little bit more variety to life skilling. Let's hope the next ball brings actual news Prolibus will stick to, and in the meantime, I'll get more content out for the newer players who are just now finding out about Black Desert. With all that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Keep gathering out there, everyone.